I just posted my top 5 viral products right now that are actually worth the money. So you better believe I'm coming back with the top 5 viral products that are not worth the money. So if you missed my spiel in the first video, first of all, go ahead and watch it if you want to see in this sea of viral products that are all over the internet right now, which 5 are worth it. Now we got the ones that are not. So what I said pretty much was that there is a lot of makeup that's being launched constantly. It's a very saturated market right now. And honestly, all of it's pretty darn good. It is hard to create a bad product nowadays. These labs have got the system down. Quality has gone up over the years, and it's more difficult to find a bad product than it is to find a good product. So my rule of thumb for a lot of reviews now is not necessarily is it good or bad, it's does it stand out from what I already have in my collection? Does it add value to my collection? And when it comes to these 5, it's actually 6, but 5 looks better in the title. When it comes down to these 5 products, there are better products out there. Not all of these are bad, but they're certainly not good, and I could list a million other things that are better. So I know the internet, it's about the new and now, and we're constantly shoveling through so many new products, and everybody's saying everything is good, because honestly, everything is good right now. These are products that I'm telling you, in no situation would I walk into the store and I would be like, you should get this. No. I can think of a million other better options. So we're going to be a little sassmatic today, a little sassy. That's okay. Let's have some fun, you know? It's not often I do negative videos anymore because there really isn't much bad out there. So just let me. I'm being dramatic. If you like these products, oh my God, feel free to share your opinions in the comments. That is the thing with makeup and why makeup reviews exist in the first place. Everybody has a different opinion. So please, if you disagree with any of these products, you apply them differently, you have a different skin type, share all that helpful information down below. If you're a viewer, make sure you check out the comment section, because I have so many smart, lovely, talented subscribers who know their stuff as well. So they'll be in the comment section. But let's go ahead and get started, because this first product, like when I wear it, it doesn't look bad, but I cannot stand the feel of this. This is the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Gel Tint. It was a great launch, great marketing. Everything about this I wanted to love, but unfortunately, this is just not a product for me. Now, for reference, I do have dry skin. So let's try this baby out. I use the shade number 4. Let's take a look at the consistency together. It's very watery. It's just leaking out of this container without me having to press anything. So please stop coming out. Okay, it's being a little messy right now. That wasn't one of my complaints, but let's add to it. But you can see it's quite watery. Now, the thing with this is a continuation, or I suppose in addition to the Hydro Grip line that really was a big seller for Milk Makeup. It's the grippy primer. I think it's really beautiful for oily skin. I have dry skin. The grippy primer, it does grip, but I've never been in love with it. But I know there's such a cult following to that product in particular, and to products like that in general. So do keep in mind when I'm giving you this review, I don't like the grip primer to begin with. I definitely see the value in it. Don't get me wrong, I'm not hating on it, but for me, I didn't like it. And this follows suit in the fact that it's grippy, it's sticky. So my main issue with this product, there are 2, but one of those 2 main issues is that it's sticky. So anything I put over top is a little bit more difficult to blend out. I also am somebody who has a hair pattern where I'm constantly shedding and then it's growing back. So for my whole life, I've always had an extra layer of baby hairs all around my head. And so when I'm wearing a product that's sticky, my hairs stick to it. In my literal college graduation photo, the little tassel was stuck across my forehead. I mean, that has nothing to do with my hair, but I'm just saying that's why I don't like a sticky product. So if my face is sticky, I simply cannot deal. So that for me is kind of a a deal breaker with this product. Number 2, while it applies fine and it looks fine at initial wear, it does not last well. I find that it breaks up and looks quite heavy on me pretty, not quickly, but it's just not a foundation that I look as great at the end of the day. It really starts to break apart and just look a little cakey and clump a little bit, which nobody wants makeup that doesn't wear well, you know? So definitely not gonna catch me reaching for this if I know I have a long day. Maybe if I'm running some errands, right, really quickly and I just wanna throw something on, because, I mean, can you stop leaking? Oh my goodness. What a mess it's being. I actually haven't noticed that issue before. Anyways, I lost my train of thought, but I'll throw this on for quickies for the day because it looks kind of good, you know? It's hydrating. It's not smoothing by any means, but that's fine. It's glowy. I don't expect that. That's what powder and concealer can help fix. But yeah, I cannot stand the stickiness to this. And this one was a very heavily pushed product on the internet. Milk must have had a lot of marketing doulas for this, and I feel like a lot of people were saying that they liked it. So keep that in mind. But if you don't like a sticky base, don't buy this product. I just have other tinted moisturizers that look like this, that look good, that I like better. Dare I say, this has a very similar look to the Patrick Ta foundation in the bottle. That foundation I didn't love either because it was so sticky, but it does wear better than this Milk, but it gives that really hydrated, pretty look to the skin. So functionally, I just can't do it. It sits pretty on my face for a couple of hours, and that's about it. So let's keep it pushing. So this next one, I mentioned in a video recently that I wasn't digging it, and you would have thought I said the sky wasn't blue because people were up in arms about this $71 bronzer. So I'm gonna double down and I'm gonna put it in this video because this is my opinion. This is what I think. So Dior just launched new bronzers and highlights. So this is the Forever Nude Bronzer. And this is not my first experience with a Forever Nude Bronzer from Dior. They've kind of reformulated, redone their line, repackaged the line, and they came out with this beautiful bronzer. I'm not scared to spend a lot of money on a bronzer, but like $71. It needs to apply itself. It needs to be magical. And I have luxury bronzers that are like this, that I love. This one just didn't do it for me. It is not a bad bronzer, but I have some thoughts. So first of all, this is the shade 10 Soft Matte. This is very dirty looking on me. It's quite pigmented. So normally with these bronzer shades, the lightest shade is the shade that I go for. I don't like to go too deep, but this is so orange. I can only imagine somebody more fair than me trying this color out, and it would look not very good. Let me see what other colors they have. It's a pretty limited range as well. So I do have an issue with the first color being this dark and this orange. Now, one of you guys did say that there's a color that's not 10, that's more neutral. I think it's the third. Hold on, my Sephora app's taking forever. Okay, yeah. So this is a shade I have 10 for light skin. It is so dark and orange. And then 20 is for light to medium skin. 30 is for medium skin. Terrible shade range. I don't know why the app keeps freezing on me, but anyways, the colors are super duper off. Secondary, this doesn't blend like a dream. If I'm gonna pay $71 for a bronzer, I expect it to be applied like this with no effort. This can get patchy. Now, a large majority of that is probably because the shade is just too much, but still, I shouldn't have an issue. I have some deeper luxury bronzers that do blend with ease. So it's not good enough for the price point, if you ask me, for those reasons personally. Now, don't get me wrong. It gets the job done. It's a fine bronzer. Where I'm coming from is the fact that I have expensive bronzers that perform better. So I can get it to apply fine, but I have to use very specific strokes, very specific level of pressure, and I just don't love the shade on me. And that's my opinion. I swear the sky is blue, but I have an opinion, and that's my opinion. So I'll do a this not that video, and I'll tell you personally what I would prefer over this bronzer. If you're like, all right, well, what are you putting on the table? What are you offering? I do have some options, I promise. But no, this one just doesn't do it for me. And I know for a fact I'm not crazy because I have some older formulations of Dior Forever bronzers that I love. So I don't know what's up with the color range of this and why I've had issues getting this to blend out. Today we're good because I know what to expect with this bronzer. I know how to apply it. But yeah, I mean, when a product is $71, I'm not going to shy away from telling you whether or not I think a product is worth it. And then finally, I featured this, I'm like hot, that's why I'm moving my hair, recently as well. I just can't get it to work for me. I wanted it to work so stinking bad because the idea is genius. There's like powder infused in here to help set and blur and smooth makeup, but unfortunately it's just not working out. You can even see in the nozzle here, it's a mess. It's a mess. I don't really want to use it because it sprays in chunks and then the makeup gets removed underneath, and today's Jose's birthday, the day that I'm filming it, and I was planning on wearing my makeup, so I'm trying to make everything look good. So hopefully this won't mess up my makeup. Now, I'm not the only person that's had trouble with this. I've read in the comments. 1, you have to shake this really good. 2, you have to press all the way down, get 1 full pump in order to minimize those chunks of water. And I've read of some of you literally moving the product inside into a different spray bottle. I'm not gonna do that. This is part of the product. I'm gonna spray from very, very far away. You can check out my other videos I've done with this if you want to see the mayhem that is this product, but I'm truly trying to make it look good, okay? So, oh, please don't mess up my makeup. Also, please don't mess up my hair that I blow dried. Okay, it thought about it, but luckily I had my head turned. Okay, why am I continuing with this? Did we do it? No, we have some. I tried. Okay, just quickly. Normally, when I get these like droplets, it takes off the makeup underneath. So, this might get messed up. Okay, I think we're okay today. We survived it. But high risk scenario to truly mess up the makeup. And I don't have like another option for you when it comes to this product because it's very, very unique. It's just not, it just didn't work. And that's that. It's too much of a mess. It messes up my makeup. But I think we got through it today for the first time, honestly. Okay, the next product. I recently did a video, and I think a couple others of here are in that video. It's makeup that gave me a bad first impressions, and it's these Urban Decay liquid eyeshadows. And Urban Decay literally commented on that video. Thank you for taking the feedback, Urban Decay. And they gave me some pointers. So we're gonna see, but I've used this like 3 times and I'm not a fan. So first of all, I'm not gonna have any concealer on my eyelid. I do have it up here, but it shouldn't be a bother. They said put down eye primer, which I did last time, and then they said to put down a powder because I noticed it was traveling and creasing, so they said use a powder. So we're gonna use that today because I truly do want this to work today because this is a pretty product. It has the potential to be pretty. Anyways, I'm gonna take some loose setting powder, and I'm also gonna use that Dior bronzer in my crease. So we are set. I really hope this trick works, Urban, because I'm wearing this to my husband's birthday dinner. Let's get some shading going on. You see, this bronzer is super orange on me. Okay, anyways. And I don't love the applicator on these either. Oh, let's do Frost Boss. I don't think I've done this one, so I'm gonna shake it well. I don't know if it'll go good with the base, but whatever. So the applicator of this is this thick brush, Urban Decay. Let's see if your little trick worked for me. I just feel like it's hard to get product as well on this applicator. I have to keep dipping. It's looking better than the first time though. Regardless, when it comes to liquid eyeshadows, I have so much other that I prefer, but I am looking to make this work for me. This shade's pretty, but I do prefer other liquid shadows, so it still stands in this video. I think it's a bit overhyped, but let's try and get over this learning curve so that I can get it to work for me, since I do have it. And I'm not closing my eyelid because I want this to dry without getting creasy. This particular shade doesn't have much of a base, which is kind of pretty. So if you did this with like a navy background, that could be really cool, or purple. I've noticed when I layer it though, it does get a little chunky. This layer is so thin, so it feels nice and light, but I layered it here and I didn't like it, so I don't know. Okay, let's let this dry. Too much of a learning curve for my preferences, honestly, but hopefully we can get this to work today. My fan is falling apart. Whew, it's warm. Okay, I'm gonna let this dry, and then I'm gonna do some liner. The bronzer looks terrible with this. Anyways, let me just finish my eye makeup real quick here. Despite these not being my favorite products, I told you, we can make it work. And that color that I put on my eyelids, Frost Boss, is really pretty, but you can see it's creasing a little bit. And what I experienced last time is it creased as the day went on. So I just don't love it. I have other liquid shadows that I like more, and that's that. Another shadow that's a tragedy is the e.l.f. Fine as Flight Glitter eyeshadow, specifically in the shade Pop Off Pink. I've been told the other shades are good, but this shade is just devastatingly bad. So I've only used this a small handful of times, but you can see the hard pan here. I'm not even bothering putting this on my eyelid because that... And yes, I've dug up. It doesn't matter. This is just terrible. Now, this is also $3, but it's a waste of $3. Or is it $3? Anyways, it's not good. Don't buy it. You can try the other colors. But this formula went super duper viral. And this is not a warning to not pick up this formula at all. But I just wanted to tell you Pop Off Pink because this formula was talked about so much. If you happen to come across Pop Off Pink, don't get this one. Okay, my sixth and final product are the new Fenty Beauty lip oils. Again, not bad, but you know there are a million trillion lip oils that have launched. These fall a little bit flat for me. So let me show you the shades that I have. Miss Jellyfish, I think we'll wear this one today. And again, it's not bad. I'm not put off from wearing them, but I prefer a thicker lip oil, and these are quite thin. This is Rose Amber. This is very, very cool toned. If you're very fair and cool toned, this might be a gorgeous color on you. It looks a little gray on me, so I'm going to use Miss Jellyfish today. So I'll give it to them. It's hydrating. If you compare it to the Fenty lip gloss, the Fenty lip gloss is stickier, it's thicker, but it does dry my lips out. This actually does hydrate the lips. So the oil job is being done. It's just that it's such a thin formula that I feel like it doesn't wear very long. It fades off the lips super quickly. And I always fully expect my lip products to fade if it's not like a matte product. And that's fine. I'll touch up as needed. But this goes really, really quickly off the lips. It's just too thin and too slippery. It does not last very long. This Miss Jellyfish shade though does go pretty with the eyes. Like this is a pretty look for Jose's birthday dinner, so I am happy about that. Despite me not loving the products, it turned out. It's a simple look, but it turned out. But anyways, just a warning with these lip oils, they don't last very long. They wipe off very quick, but they are hydrating. But there's a lot of other hydrating lip oils that last longer, that I like better, and that I feel as though plump the lips better. So that is how this guy landed in this video. And that is all I have for today's video. Again, if you have not checked out the top 5 viral products that are actually worth it, actually worth the value, I will have the link to that video down below. There's just a warning label over these products with my experiences with them. If you've tried them before, make sure you let me know your experiences with them down below. And I want you to think from a perspective of, is this actually worth it? Like, yes, these products work, but are they actually worth picking over other products? That was the lens that I looked at it from today. And as far as everything else that I'm wearing, I'll also have those linked down below for you guys. Because the makeup look, wearing these products when paired with other products that I enjoy, I did get a very, very pretty look. So I'll have those linked down below for you guys. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to my channel for more. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys, have a good one.
It's delicious.